Hello, 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 Inner Circle Militant Movement community. So, this is the core strengthener. It's going to be four simple movements. Three of them are going to be on the floor, actually, two on the floor, and two utilizing the chair. So, for these movements, they're beginner movements. They're designed to strengthen your core and build a strong foundation. So we're going to start off with, it's going to be three simple movements. Movement number one is going to be focusing on your core, the lower part of your tummy. So for this particular exercise, we're going to do this on the ground or on the mat or on your blanket. You're going to turn the full length of your mat or blanket. You're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time because you want to protect that lower back and make sure that your back is rounded into the mat. There should be no space between your lower back and the mat. If you're arching, then you've gone too far. That will cause injury. So keep your lower back rounded into the mat. Hands anchored on either side of your mat or your blanket. And you're going to gently just bring one knee up at a time into your chest and then alternate, pointing those toes. Making sure you're breathing. Inhale in peace. Exhale with cares as you go down. And this is strengthening the core, making sure you're keeping that back rounded into the mat. There should be no space. And starting out, you want to do 3 sets of 30 seconds and hold. Let me pause this. I'm so sorry. My apologies. We are back. I forgot to put my phone on silent. So ultimately, roll back, protecting that lower back. You want to start off with 3 sets of 30 seconds, eventually building up to 3 sets of 60 seconds or 1 minute. So again, hands anchored on either side of the mat, lower back rounded into the mat, and you alternate your foot. There you go. I started out with the feet on the ground, but ultimately you want to do 3 sets, beginning with 30 seconds and then leading into 3 sets of 1 minute. And this strengthens the core, all while protecting the back. That's it. Very good. Strong core, strong back, strong body. Ultimately increasing mobility, flexibility, range of motion, improving the quality of our life and extending the longevity of our lives. That's it. Very good. And if you get to the point where this is becoming easy for you, then you can incorporate both. But start off beginning with just alternating legs. If it becomes easy, then you want to just drop both and come back up, making sure that you're keeping that lower back connected to the mat. And again, 3 sets of 30 seconds. Alrighty, and here we go again. We're going to get through this. So that is movement one. Movement one, you want to ultimately, again, do 3 sets of 30 seconds and build up to 3 sets of 1 minute to strengthen the core. So next we're going to go on to movement number two. So you're going to face me and don't get scared when I say we're going to do planks. This is for the obliques. But the planks are going to be modified so you don't have to hold your weight or anything like this very much. So your hand beginning on the left side, you're going to bring it out, your palms facing diagonally on your mat or on your blanket. Your knees are on the ground, you're like leaning on the side. You know how we do when we sit sometimes, we sit like this. Basically, that's the position. But from that position, you want to Come up on those knees, lifting up like that, and hold for 30 seconds. And it's tightening and strengthening these obliques. And you're not doing anything but holding. And then you're coming down. 3 sets of 30 seconds, building up to 3 sets of 1 minute. Again, I'm going to show you again. And if you have problems with your wrist, you can come down to your elbow. And again, using those knees, just come up to the side and hold. You'll feel it tightening those obliques. 3 sets of 30 seconds. And as you get stronger, build up to 3 sets of 1 minute. That's the second movement. And we're going to go and do the same thing. What you do on one side, you must do on the other. So these are all strengthening movements. So that's not an actual workout. I'm just giving you some movements and things you can do to strengthen your core and your back, because that is the anchor for our body and everything else that we do. So right hand angled diagonally towards the mat, knees together, feet together, hands on hip, and just come up on those knees and hold to the side. You'll feel the lengthening and tightening of the obliques. 3 sets of 30 seconds each. You come back down. You eventually want to build up as you strengthen those obliques to 3 sets of 60 seconds, which is 1 minute. And if you have issues with bearing weight on your wrist, then you come down to your elbow to protect that wrist, and you come up on those knees and hold 3 sets of 30 seconds, building up to 3 sets of 1 minute. There you go. And you take a break in between each set, a break of no more than 30 seconds. So if you have a stopwatch, we all have these phones where we can clock our time. So use your phone to set the time, or a regular clock, anything that's in your house. So that is movement number 2, core strengtheners for the obliques. The final 2 movements, the next movement is going to be an alternate for the obliques, but you do it from a chair. So come to my feet and make sure that your chair, mine has wheels, but I'm anchoring it on my mat so it doesn't slide and I don't end up injuring myself. And make sure that your chair is stable so you don't have an injury. And you want to sit on the edge of the chair. You can sit from the side, sitting up straight, back straight. And I'm going to show you from the front and the side. And again, 3 sets of beginning with 30 seconds. And then initially going to 3 sets of 60 seconds, which is 1 minute. For this particular exercise, you can do 3 sets of beginning with 10 and then build up ultimately 15 to 20. 3 rounds of 15 to 20 you want to build up to, but we're going to start off with 3 rounds of 10. So with your right arm, you're going to anchor it down. With your left arm, you're coming straight up, ear, arm touching ear, and you're just going to bend. And if you're stiff and you're tight because you sit for a long time, you may feel it. Don't go beyond your level of comfort, but you're bending straight to the side, making sure you keep your back straight. Let me show you from the side. So back straight, and you're just going straight down to your side. That's it. You want to feel the lengthening and leaning out of those obliques, and it's actually strengthening them. So 3 sets of, you can begin with 5, but you want to build up to 10 to 20 for 3 rounds. Okay. And you know what you do to one side, you must do to the other. So I'm going to show you from both sides and both angles. Now, depending on how tight and stiff your lower back is, You may not be able to go very far, but as you continue to do it, you'll lengthen and lean out those muscles. Shoulders back, spine straight, arm up, this arm. You're just reaching down to the side. And you'll feel that on the obliques. Okay, now we're coming into our final core strengthening. So, of course, I'm using a chair with wheels, but I'm anchored on my mat so it does not roll. But ultimately, the chair that you choose should be stationary and secure so there's no chance of injury or it rolling away from you or sliding away from you. Ideally, a chair that's anchored up against a wall. So, hands on both sides of the seat, wide, thumbs on the seat, on the cushion, and hands anchored on the side. You want to come back into a position where you're angled, your butt is not up in the air. You want your back to be straight and aligned. And your weight is on your hands for support, and then gently just march right to left. That's it, very good. And you'll feel those core muscles tightening. You want to start out with 3 sets. Ultimately, we're going to start out with 3 sets of 5. And you want to build up to 3 sets of 15 to 20 to strengthen your core. And you do these ultimately, the core strengtheners and the back strengtheners, you ultimately want to do this 3 times a week. So you set your schedule. You're just bringing your knees in. You're just bringing those knees in. Very good. Now, a modification. If you don't want to do it on the chair, or you're not ready to go that low, you can use a counter, or you can use the wall. And you just want to lean out enough that you feel it and just march those legs up, bring those knees up. Again, you don't want your butt out. You want a straight plane. So there you have it for the core strengtheners. I will see you on the next video for upper body movement, lower body movement, and then stretching. So those are 3 separate videos that I'll be sending you.